Have you been wondering which habits you should be adopting to make your life easier, to be happier day to day, and generally be your best self? Today I'm sharing 23 life-changing habits that I will be taking into 2023. Now, doing any one of these things in isolation just once isn't going to make any difference to your life at all. However, the culmination of doing all these things on repeat as a habit should make a massive difference overall. Now, what is a habit? A habit is something that you end up doing on repeat. It becomes almost like autopilot, something that slots into your daily or weekly routine. Habits can be good positive habits, which we are going to be talking about today, or they could be less desirable habits, and we will talk about those in another video. So the very first habit I'm taking into 2023 is a habit that I've had on and off for many, many years, and that is exercise. I have gone through phases where I have been really great at exercising and phases where life has got in the way and exercise has not been a priority. So for 2023, I really just want to focus on exercise for both my physical and mental health. Exercising produces endorphins and makes us feel mentally better. Obviously, we feel physically better, our bodies work better. And I find if I go for long periods of time without exercising, my energy levels really dip. So for 2023, I'm going to be focusing on walking whenever the weather allows it. The weather at the moment at the time of filming is absolutely horrific. Not sure what it's like where you are in the world. But as soon as the rain stops, walking is just such an easy exercise to fit into my daily routine. I know for most people, just getting in a few extra steps is a super easy way to exercise because it doesn't mean having to don gym kit and pay for expensive memberships. For more structured exercise, I'm going to be sticking with yoga because I end up feeling better. I don't end up having neck problems and back problems and hip problems and things when I do yoga, and Pilates too, as well as dance workouts. Ideally, I like to fit exercise into my morning routine. I feel like getting it done first thing in the morning really sets me up right way for my day. I have made lots of different morning routine videos that you can check out. There is a whole playlist that you can watch after you've seen this video. My next habit that I was really good at in 2022, so I'm definitely taking with me into 2023 because I really find it makes a difference, is hydrating. So I work from home. Whenever I'm at home, I have got my cold cup with me at my desk or wherever I am nearby. It keeps my drink really cold, so therefore I want to drink it. And I also means if it tips, it's less likely to have spillages and things. I also take this with me when I'm driving so that I can hydrate on the go. Hydrating is a brilliant habit, and I know how much it benefits with me because sometimes when we go away, I get out of the habit of hydrating and I get such wicked headaches when I don't consume enough water. If, like me, you're less likely to drink just plain old water and you want to steer clear of fizzy drinks, then you can always add some no added sugar squash. Or if you've watched any of my videos before, you'll know I'm a big fan of the Burst multivitamin Try saying that fast. Burst multivitamin energy drinks from Exanti. It's a sachet I add into my drinks in the mornings to give me that little burst to get through the day. My next positive habit that I'm taking into 2023 is listening to audiobooks, and specifically audiobooks that I find uplifting, engaging, something that teaches me something. Now, obviously, while I'm doing my walking back and forth school or cleaning, audiobooks are just fantastic. I have an Audible subscription, and if you use the code that I'm going to place down below, you can grab one free audiobook. Let me know if you would like a video all about my favourite audiobooks that have encouraged me with life-changing habits, positivity, goal setting, and just generally getting stuff done. Next habit I'm taking into 2023 is planning. Now, having done many different variations of planning over the years, I've decided the best way to plan out my days is by putting together my own planner. So yes, I have finally put together my own planner, which you can grab using the link below. I like to digitally plan on my iPad because when my planner is in my iPad, I can also pick it up on my phone, on my computer. It's with me wherever I am. Wherever I think of something I need to jot down, I have access to it. You've also got the option, of course, you can print out the digital planner, use good old pen and paper, or purchase the actual printed version. Planning out my days means I can really get the things I need to get done And it's so satisfying ticking off all those things on my to-do list as soon as they are complete. And for the next habit, this is something that I have done on and off, and I find when I actually do it, I'm far more productive and effective, and that is time blocking. But within my workday, I'm planning to time block a lot more rather than just doing whatever is coming up, but having set times where I'm filming, set times where I'm editing. And you can do the same within your job or whatever your day looks like. If you have set times where you are supposed to be cleaning, if you think back to when you're in school and you have a timetable, you maths first, English second, and you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, you don't waste time wondering what you should be doing because it's all there and time blocked for you in a timetable. The next habit that I really need to be better at is jotting down something that I can't do now. My brain feels so chaotic that when I get ideas, I really have to fight the urge to stop whatever it is I'm doing and go and action the thing. Partly because I'm worried I will forget whatever the thing is and it will disappear from my mind, and partly because I just feel really inspired to go and do whatever the thing is. But sometimes that can interrupt whatever is the thing is I'm supposed to be doing. So if the thing I'm supposed to be doing is finishing a project for work and I get a flash of, oh, I really need to remember to do this, or I really need to go and order this thing I've forgotten to order, what I really need to do, and I need to make this a bit of a habit, is taking that thought from my brain, jotting it down into my planner, which I've got next to me, and going back and actioning that when I've finished the task I'm currently doing. Otherwise, I end up like a scatty person, jumping from task to task and never really being that efficient because I'm constantly context switching and losing productivity. Let me know if your brain works the same way mine does and you just get these flashes of, oh, this is a really great idea, or oh, I've just remembered I've got to do this. And you need to do this method too. You can write it down in something like a planner, or something that works equally as well is a sticky note or a note in your phone, just something that's going to be front and center. You're going to see it and you know you're not going to forget it, and you're going to go back and actually get that thing done when you finish this thing. The next habit for 2023 is meal planning. I have been doing this for quite a while and it really has made such a difference to that, oh no, what are we going to have for dinner, feeling of dread I used to get before I was meal planning. The slight difference is I now have redesigned my meal planner, which includes things I need to use up and a shopping list within the meal planner. So all of the meal planning can be done within one document, which can be found within my planner and the digital planner too. I have got an entire video on how I meal plan, although really maybe I should do an updated one including my new meal planner. But in brief, I like to go through cupboards and fridge, seeing what needs to be used up first, select which meals we're going to do for the next week according to that, write down the shopping list of all the missing bits, buy everything in, and then transfer that meal plan onto my organisation station board in my kitchen so that everyone can see what we've got for dinner that week. My next habit is taking better care of my skin. Up until recently, I literally just kind of washed off my makeup in the shower with cleanser and a flannel and slathered on a bit of moisturiser. I had some new skincare for Christmas and I have been enjoying taking better care of my skin and actually taking that time to kind of spend a bit more time on skincare and use that as a wind down time. Now, I'm not getting any younger. I have a bit of a big birthday coming up later this year, so now seems as good a time as any to prioritise just taking a few extra minutes per day to take care of the largest organ on my body, my skin. Since I have been taking better care of my skin, which is traditionally super dry but also gets spots, I would say it's been less problematic. So it's definitely a habit worth continuing. The next habit I'm going to try and continue doing is drying my hair. I'm traditionally very lazy with drying my hair and just like to wash it as early as possible in the evening, let it air dry, and then I end up going to bed with it still slightly damp and I wake up with it all wild. I've always fancied one of those Dyson Airwraps. I don't have one of those, but I have got a sort of a dupe for it, which was quite affordable. And at very least, I need to at least dry my fringe. My hairdresser tells me I must do that, so it's not a big old mess and actually goes into position. But I'm going to try and actually not dry it so it's bone dry, but like roughly dry my hair so it doesn't need quite so much straightening in the morning and is not quite so wild and all over the place, which will save me some time in the mornings. My next habit is one that I know that when I do it, I feel so much better. I have so much more mental clarity and I'm much more focused on my goals and what I need to be doing with my life and which direction I need to be pushing in, and that is journaling. Now, journaling is something I could talk about all day. Let me know if you would like to see an in-depth video on all the different ways that you can journal and how it can benefit your life. I know that journaling over the last few years is something that when I'm really, really busy has been pushed to one side, and I know that I have missed the benefits of journaling when it's been something that I haven't managed to squeeze into my schedule. My next habit is to schedule proper downtime. So not only am I going to time block those activities that I need to do during my work day, but I'm also going to try and time block the downtime that I've been historically pretty bad at allocating. It's very difficult when you work from home to know where the boundaries are, and when you don't have a boss to tell you when you should work and when you should not work, it is very difficult because you've got to figure that out for yourselves. So this year is the year that I'm finally going to achieve better work-life balance. Honest. So we've still got lots of habits to cover, but let me know if any of these habits are habits that you currently have or habits that you may consider adding into your life. Next habit that I want to do a lot more, it's not something that we've never done before, but something I want to do a lot more, is to factor in a lot more cozy family activities. The children love nothing more than setting up for like a little movie afternoon. We close the curtains, we make candied popcorn like they had in Disney, and they absolutely love that. And I really enjoy that too. So I want to do a lot more of that, more board games with the children, and just generally quite cozy things that we can do, especially in these colder months, together, and to really make time to fit those into our evenings and weekends. Next habit that I need to really, really make some more time for is nurturing friendships. I think most mums can kind of relate with this one. I have got a best friend who no longer lives in the same town as me. I've been trying to meet up with her since the summer of 2022. And through these many, many months, we've had lots of dates scheduled in, and then work has got in the way and life has got in the way. So I really want to try and make time to actually nurture these friendships and make time to see my friends. Might be easier said than done, but I'm going to give it a go. Next habit I really need to work on is booking maintenance appointments before things break. For example, I have something of a dodgy neck and shoulder that goes every now and again. It's generally an injury from standing like this with a baby on my hip for many, many years and counterbalancing and generally not using very good manual handling, which is hard to do when you're lifting children. But every now and again, if I don't do yoga, which is another habit I'm going to try and stick to, but if I don't book in things like regular physio appointments, then I end up in so much pain that I can't look left. And that is the point where my physio is saying, you really should have phoned me a few weeks ago, and not at the stage where you couldn't look left. This year, I'm going to try and book better maintenance appointments. So if you've got a physio appointment, a dentist appointment, a doctor's appointment, an optician's appointment that you need to book, this is your sign to put that on your to-do list and do it today. Next habit is to take more baths. I have very rarely over the last few years taken baths. Not to say I haven't washed. I shower every day. But taking a bath really does feel quite relaxing and indulgent. And I'm going to try and do that and make a little bit more time for me and for Headspace as we go through this year. Next one is quite specific to me, and I'm going to try and send regular emails to my email club. This is something of a task that has been neglected over the last few months. And if you're in my email club, I am very sorry for that. But what you can take from this is there will be a task in everyone's life that is not like urgent priority. So if you use me as an example, my urgent work priority tasks have got to be finishing videos to go out, because videos have to go out every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. So those are priorities. And then dealing with brand work and chasing invoices, things that pay me, urgent priorities. Feeding my children, obviously, urgent priorities. But sometimes I can be so busy with these urgent priorities that I don't get to the other tasks, which are also really important. Like, in my case, sending an email to my email club. So, which tasks have you got that have been slipping through the net that you want to prioritize this year and make those tasks a regular habit? Next habit is to take early nights when they are needed. If you have watched my morning routine video, you know I get up reasonably early before the children so I can fit in a little bit of exercise, planning, getting my head straight and getting ready for the day. But what this means is every now and again, you have to have a super early night. I mean, I don't go to bed super late anyway. I aim to go up to bed between 9:30, 10:15 and be asleep by 10 so that I can be fresh for the next day. But every now and again, I'm just so tired that I do actually just go to bed when the children do. And I find this so healing. So this habit of giving in to my body when I feel that I need that extra sleep is definitely something I'm going to take forward this year. Next habit is reading. Reading I find is a really good way to switch off my brain from whatever is whizzing around in it, which is generally quite a lot. I'm sure most mums out there can relate. The cognitive load of motherhood is massive. So reading is a really good way to switch off. I find actually reading before bed actually makes me sleepy enough to switch off my brain and wind down. So I'm definitely planning to do a little bit more of that. It's something that over the years I've gone through phases of really enjoying and then gone through massive phases of barely picking up a book or reading a single word. Next habit is an oldie got a goodie, but it's sticking around, and that is prepping on the weekend for the week ahead. So that's getting all the washing done for the week, getting all of the children's uniform sorted for the week so that we're not having panics on school mornings or even the night before, because we know everything is organised for the week. So on a Saturday or generally a Sunday, I like to meal plan, to check the children have got everything they need for school, to check the school calendar, and just generally look ahead, and then look ahead at my work week as well and plan out which days I'm going to do what so I know where I am and I can start Monday the right way. My next habit is another one that is an oldie bit of goodie and I'm sticking with it, and that is micro cleans. You will have seen marathon speed cleans on my channel, you will have seen power hour speed cleans, but in reality the most cleaning that I get done in my house is little micro cleans. So that is, I walk into the bathroom and I see, ew, the bath is a bit gross, and I just grab the spray and I give it a little wipe round while I am in there. The way that I managed to achieve this is by keeping cleaning products to hand. So I have cleaning products in the bathrooms, both upstairs and downstairs, and I have cleaning products in the kitchen. So cleaning products are never far away. So if something's a bit icky, I can grab a cloth, grab the appropriate spray, give it a wipe over, and it's done. If it takes under 5 minutes, it's well worth doing these little jobs as you see them crop up rather than waiting till everything mounts up and it feels a bit overwhelming. My next habit is eating the frog. And do not panic, no frogs will be harmed in the making of this habit. Eating the frog simply refers to if you have a gross job, something you've been putting off that you have to do, you're better off doing it first thing in the morning and getting it over and done with. My exercise is kind of eating the frog. It's something isn't hanging over you for the whole day and thinking, oh, I should do it, and then it ends up getting procrastinated. So the theory is, if you have to eat a frog, the best thing you can do to avoid ruining your day is do it early in the morning so you don't have to worry about it. And if you have to eat 2 frogs, you should eat the most gross, disgusting, yucky one first. So what we can take from this is get the things that have to be done, the important things, the things that move the needle in our lives, and the things that we're really not that fussed on doing, done and out of the way, and future us later that day will thank early morning us for eating the frog. My next habit is actually a mantra, and it comes from a book of the same name, and that is Everything is Figure-Outable. And by remembering everything is figure-outable, it really puts me in the right mindset of not, oh no, what's happening, but okay, how can we deal and move forward with it? If you have not read, or more importantly, listened to, because I would highly recommend this as one of the audiobooks that I will definitely be re-listening to this year, Marie Forleo, Everything is Figure-Outable, is an absolutely fantastic book. I shall link it down below, and it is a book that you can get from Audible using that free credit that I talked about earlier. And my next habit for 2023 is another one that I will be holding tight to, and that is my morning routine. I have tweaked my morning routine over the years, but I found that a morning routine really sets me up the right way for the day, and I cannot recommend highly enough curating your own morning routine that works for you. So if you want some ideas on how you can make your morning routine the best ever, click over here to this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Let me know in the comments which habits you are taking into 2023. Thanks so much, guys.